Hey, what's up, guys and gals? Right here in YouTube. Hey, we're recording over on the podcast C10 America Talks, baby. What's up? How you doing? It's your host Texas Rich, right here in the studio. Can you believe it, guys? It is and a lot of people say, I don't know, but they say it is your birthday. So it's my birthday, but I'm here still in the see what I do for you guys. I love what I do so much. I'm here in the studio on my birthday. Hey, folks, we have an awesome group. Matter of fact, over on Facebook, and that group is, just awesome by, the many folks that are, involved in, the group, the membership, all that. By the way, guys, I need to tell you, because my full time job is doing videos, doing content creation, all that, getting the brand known out there. If you guys out there, this is the first video that you're watching here on the channel. We want to welcome you to the channel. And by the way, guys, if you're not a member, you need to head over to Facebook and just become a member. You're right over there. We know there some folks over there that they're thinking about being members, but they're not. They might be on the fence, and they're looking down at the group saying, "Hey, that is." An awesome group. We don't really have, that much spam in there. We don't have really that much, you know, other other things that do not belong, in the group. And for that reason, it's pretty much basically it's because I'm in it every freaking day. And, if, somebody tells me something about somebody that is doing something they shouldn't be doing. Maybe it goes against the rules. Maybe selling a truck. Maybe this that. I people contact me each and every day about different things, and we wanted to make a group that me, my dad, my friends, my baby, excuse me, everybody, pardon me, everybody would feel welcome in, out there. And we took and we laid down, we did an interview just last night with our own buddy out there, correspondent for C10 America out there in Colorado. We talked to Jeff Richards, aka rolling with Roller and Derek out there. He is doing some awesome stuff out there, guys, and he just took and launched his brand new podcast. It's called Pedal to the Metal. Pedal to the Metal. So, anyways, he'll be talking about monster trucks. He'll be talking about hot rods. He'll be talking about C10 trucks. Pretty much anything that has a pedal in it, he'll be talking about that right on his website and his podcast. And I got to pick Jeff Roller's brain for a bit. We did something like over an hour long interview, and I think hour and 38 minutes, man. And that was it went by it went by so quick. It wasn't like it, dragged on and on. It was, Jeff is, an awesome guy, and he's truly, an awesome guy to, talk to. Jeff has been in, the, car industry for, selling cars, and, the monster truck industry for, quite some time. And if you want to know, the exact, time on that, you want to know, a little more about our own Jeff rolling with Roller and Derek, you need to check out our latest podcast. That'll be up later on today over on Spotify. And guys, that is so awesome that we're over on Spotify. That's where freaking Joe Rogan is over there with all his enormous, big listing base over there. That is, so awesome. I think what would be, so cool is maybe going on, Jeff Rogan, experience, and I think everybody that goes on there, it's like a 3-hour long, podcast. So you gotta be able to talk for 3 hours on the podcast. And Joe's out of I believe he's out of Texas here. I think he's down in Austin, and that would be awesome. If Joe's out there watching the video. Hey, what's up, Joe? How you doing? Or if he's listening on the podcast. But that would be so cool to go on there and talk about the brand, talk about the group and all that. And I know certainly I would take and make a copy of it and play it on my Facebook, on my podcast, all that stuff. Of course, it would be a recording that he would own, that he would do, and all that. And I would say, hey, do you care if I get a copy of that and put that on my my podcast or my group? I think that would be so cool. So we have a lot of cool stuff coming down the pipeline right here in C10 America, and on this YouTube channel. We're only kind of talking right now. I'm not getting into all the advertising that we have, the sponsorships, all that. But by the way, I hit on that for a moment. But if you're out there, you're thinking, hey, you want to get your product or service out there, maybe C10 related, and you're looking at maybe getting it in front of some C10 eyes. We have over 68.6 thousand members in our group, and it's only growing. And Jeff Roller told us, he pretty much flat out made a prediction, guys, and he said that he's as the numbers are generating, and you're getting more and more members on like a constant basis each and every day. Is I would be good to say that probably come before Christmas, right around Christmas, you're going to hit that 70,000 mark, in your group. And, that is awesome. That is, another milestone, hitting, 70,000. And you guys out there on the podcast, C10 America Talks, because we're recording on the podcast as we're doing this YouTube video. So, I wanted to come on. I try and come on each and every day if, I'm sick or I'm not sick, depending how sick I am, if I can make it to, the mic and get on, I want to. Unless I'm sick in bed, and I can't get up, then, that's a whole different cup of tea, But, no, guys, we have some awesome stuff coming. We have a new series. Excuse me, pardon me. We have a new series, guys. That we're gonna try and have it debut last week, but it rained, a couple of days, and we weren't able to, kind of seal the deal with our buddy Tom Abel. We're gonna take in, since it's my birthday today, and I'm not doing anything. Probably after we come back from, we're going garage selling. We love that. And we're going to eat, and then we're going to come back and, hang out, probably veg out, watch, a movie and all that. But anyways, I'll probably find some time to call our buddy Tom Abel, and then see if we can't maybe hook up, a time to, maybe come down there and talk to him. But probably next week sometime we'll see if we can, do that. But I know that the new show is called Tailgate Thoughts. And what that is, I know some of you guys out there, you're thinking, Tailgate Thoughts, what's that? Well, Tailgate Thoughts is going to be where we're going to conduct an interview podcast, and we're going to set up, the 4K camera. It won't be, it might be live streamed if somebody live streams it, for, their Facebook or something like that. But we're not looking at doing a live stream of it. It'll be pretty much only available over on Facebook. Now, we will take and promote it through, the Facebook channel or Facebook group over there. But that's after we put it up to, YouTube first. It's called Tailgate Thoughts, and we're going to have everybody put down the tailgate on their truck, and we're going to be sitting, on their tailgate, pretty much, talking to, them, or, what, we might be even sitting out there by them, how I think we can sit, on the tailgate, see about bringing, this mic out there. Well, now, you know what? Tailgate Thoughts will have the old school mic out there. We'll have, the old school recorder. This is only for, the studio, those back there, or for, the studio. But our other old school mics, the headphone mics and all that, we'll use those out there on a location for, this new, series. So anyways, folks, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. We're at 10:17. I'm going to wait until 10:20, and then we'll get off here. But anyways, guys, we could not do it without all you guys, on the podcast and all you guys, on the YouTube. You guys pretty much out there, rock. And, I'm sorry if, I haven't got to, all these other, C10 videos out there and commenting, on them. Like normally I try and comment on 10 videos a week pertaining to, C10 trucks and all that. What I'm doing, if you're wondering why I'm doing that, I'll tell you why I'm doing that. I'm doing that because I'm trying to generate a buzz about, people wanting to come on, the podcast. And so all I'm doing is commenting on, what an awesome truck, what an awesome video, that is, and all that. And I found out by trial and research that I found if I go find these, awesome C10 truck videos out there that, you guys out there are, putting on, and I comment on them and comment on them as, C10 America, and our group here, or our channel here is, C10 America. I thought maybe if you take and you comment on these videos, is gonna kind of intrigue some people and get people thinking, hey, who is C10 America? And then they're gonna come over and check out the channel and watch our videos, and not only that, they're gonna see some awesome content. Anyways, guys, you see, this is for everybody on the YouTube. You're hearing it too on the podcast. You'll hear it soon on the podcast, guys. But on YouTube, if the video is kind of down, buried a little bit on the YouTube, but if you go and you see the interviews we do with a couple of, I think, 4 of the guys that were at the Pistons and paint right out there. Well, anyways, there we shot a video because we thought we're gonna do a video type show on YouTube and all that. And even though we're not doing that right now, we still might go ahead, down the road, and do something like that. But we have 4 interviews that I did out there at Pistons and Paint of 4 awesome, C10 trucks. And there are videos right now. Well, after I get back, probably, I don't know, maybe a little later on, or maybe even tomorrow, I'm going to take and I'm going to play the videos, and I'm going to record, the video, and see if I can do it with, the podcast software running, and then, I'll play, the video. So that would be, pretty, awesome out there. And then we can take and put a new interview right up on, the podcast of, the gentleman, with the awesome, C10 truck. So that would be, so cool. And plus, that would be a lead in to our new series, Tailgate Thoughts, where, we're talking to, the guy, or, the gal out there with, the awesome truck. So anyways, thank all you guys for, watching. Which is a little birthday video that I wanted to jump on here and tell you, even on my birthday, I'm here in, the awesome studio. Man, you have to admit that right back there, that's an awesome backdrop. It's an awesome studio. As a matter of fact, I told you for the next year, Miss Terry and myself, we're stuck here in this apartment before we move out and get another place or get like a maybe a 1 or 2 bedroom house. Anyways, I'm gonna take and be redoing that awesome table back there. So guys, if you're out there, listening still on the podcast, C10 America Talks, or you're still watching, the video, we need your stickers. We need decals. We need a bunch of decals to cover that table right back there. We have so many, our friends and supporters that already sent us some decals, and like I have one company that sent us some ball caps and some T-shirts and decals and all that, and that is so cool. I'm gonna take and name drop everybody tomorrow on tomorrow's YouTube recording. But if you guys have decals, stickers, you name it, right in the shop and all that, and you're looking at hey, what can I do with these? You already have decals all over, and stuff. We need them, and I'll tell you what. We don't just say we need them. That's an end of story. We need them for that table back there. We're gonna sand that table down to bare wood. We're gonna clean it off, and then we're gonna put all the decals all over it, and then we're gonna clear coat it, probably with 4 or 5 coats of polyurethane clear all over it. And who knows, maybe even 5 coats. But the thing is going to be shiny as a gold diamond in a dark mine. It'll be really, really shiny. And then what it's going to do, those decals that you put down on the table, they're going to be elevated up, right on that table. So anyways, we're gonna take in for everybody that donates even one decal, sends in one decal to us. We're gonna talk about you or your company or your business. We'll give you some free advertising. How's that? So we'll talk about you on all this C10, America social networks. We'll talk about you here on Facebook or here on YouTube, over on Facebook. We'll talk about you on IG when we get over to TikTok and start really advertising. We're going to do that over, yonder, in the group, all that stuff. So every time, guys, we do a video right back by, that table back there, excuse me, you're going to see your awesome, decal right back there. So big shout out to everybody that, who you are, that submitted decals, donated decals, all that stuff. We'll talk about you more tomorrow on, the recording. I almost said live, caught myself. This is not Facebook, it's YouTube. So we'll catch you on tomorrow's recording. We love you guys. We love you out there on, the podcast, guys. Thanks for listening, on C10 America Talks, and right here on, C10 America Mornings, the birthday edition, right here in, the group. We love you, and we'll talk to you guys soon. We'll do another video tomorrow. We'll see you guys soon. Take care.